Your question is, if everything is predestined, where is the role for us to evolve? So you can think the entire universe is more like a game, a video game. That's why we call it Leela.
Right.
A game has strict rules. Within the game, you cannot escape from the rules.
Because you can't escape the game itself.
You cannot escape the game also. So that game has certain rules, right? And that rule is law of karma, law of dharma. If you do good karma, you'll get good karma points. Bad karma, you'll get negative points. And you will evolve through that. So that's why our ancestors designed some games for teaching us about spirituality. Sant Dhanavishar, Maharashtrian saint, he designed a game for teaching children about moksha, liberation. That game is called Snake and Ladder. So it's called Moksha Pat. So there, the point 100 is moksha. The snakes are bad karma, the ladder is good karma. So you climb something, fall something. Climb something, fall something. Then the days is there, no? There's a grace. Sometimes you get a grace mark also, you cross. Adrishta is not grace. Adrishta is not grace. Grace is krapa. Adrishta means what is not seen. Why it's not seen is because you are seeing the effect. The cause you are not seeing, because cause is the karma.
Okay. Yeah. You don't directly see the...
You don't see the cause effect relationship. You see the effect, but you don't know the cause. Why? Grace is not cause effect. Grace is actually
Which
breaks the cause effect relationship. Pulls you up. So the dice is the grace. So suddenly you'll get 1 and suddenly you reach 100 also. You don't know where you are. There's another game. You have heard of this touch me? Blindfolded, right? Hide and seek, right? That song they have done in the hide and seek. Kanna mucche kade gude uddina mote urli hoito nammaya hakki nimmaya hakki hari hoito. That's about enlightenment. The Ajji means wise man. If you touch Ajji, you are liberated. The entire song is about enlightenment.
Actually, in Tamil also there's a song like that.
Basically, you close your eyes.
So, Kanna mucche kade gode. If you close your eyes, kade gode, forest becomes your life. You are lost in the forest of samsara.
Yeah, right.
Okay? Nammai hakki nimmai hakki harivetu. We will die also.
Yeah.
Okay? The only way to escape is go and touch Ajji. Ajji is the wise man. Then you are...
Right.
So, the entire spiritual journey, entire world what we are, is like a game in that sense. It has certain rules, certain levels. You cannot escape them. Okay? For that, you have a sense of free will. The sense of free will also you cannot escape. Right? We are born with the sense of free will.
Right.
Okay? Right? Only when you come to point of liberation, you will understand the sense of free will is false. Till that point of view, you have a sense of free will. You will try to achieve something.
Yeah.
Okay. Even before that, if you come to get and understand that sense of free will is false, the next question is, okay, I understood now what to do next. Because you have a sense of free will.
Yes.
You cannot escape that. Right? You have to mature to get that fruit of liberation.
It's because even now we know we should not be asking what we should do next, but we can't help thinking.
Because the sense of free will is there. The sense of free will, you are still in the game.
Yes.
Okay, you are not gone out of the game. As long as in the game we have a sense of free will. As long as you have a sense of free will, there's a karma. As long as you have karma, there's a karma phala, and there's a result, and there's a evolution. Okay, then a point will come. You grow beyond that. You have learned your lesson. You have matured to a level. That's why Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sadurlabha. Many lifetimes of maturity will happen. Everything is in Maya. Everything is a game. But still you don't know it's a game. Still you feel it's real. Even if you get wisdom, enlightened wisdom, somebody says Maya, still you feel you are trapped. Because you have to mature, no? Understand?
So the Maya and the Leela that you talk about, it has a purpose, does it?
Say, the question of purpose comes from our mind.
No, I'm talking Leela and Maya now.
And I'm saying at the universal point of view, there are many ways of answering the question, depending on the spiritual seeker's evolution. There's no single one-line answer. What is the purpose of creation? If you ask, many answers can be given, satisfying to different levels of seeker.
Exactly.
Okay? If you ask a enlightened being, somebody who's at the level of enlightenment, if you ask,
There's no creation.
there's no creation, he'll say.
Yeah, Ajatavadi.
Okay, Ajatavada will say.
Right.
That's, but you have to reach that level. Then that answer will hit you. But if you are answering, asking some other level, I say the creation is there because God is like a father. He creates you, provides you facilities so that you evolve. Different levels of answers are given depending on where you stand in your evolution. So, at another level of this thing, why creation is there? It's a play of God. Why God plays? We don't know. So, like that, see, the answers for spiritual questions have answer not to give the truth, but to help you to move from where you are standing. We are stuck at various levels of concepts. The answers will shift you from there to the next level. But ultimate level you can't see. When you come there, the answer at that level will be available to you. Have you seen this movie Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Part 1, part 2?
Yes.
What is the final answer we get?
That it's all within.
Recipe.
Yeah.
Recipe of the secret recipe. White paper. Nothing is there.
Yeah, there is. It is written and he has to read it and he gets it.
Then he realizes there's no recipe. Right? But to come to the no recipe, he has to struggle through all those things. So in that sense, the ultimate sense, there's no creation, there's no Maya, that's the ultimate sense. But to go to that level, you'll have to do a lot of play
All
around.
these are ideas. Sakti and Maya, Sakti, all that is all emotional.
My thought has to
There's
do
no
with
reality there.
forget about human beings. Right? All life forms have Jivatma. Is that right? Even a blade of grass has Jivatma.
Stone.
Stone, inanimate too.
Stone, I don't know, but at least
No,
all life
it
forms.
starts from the inanimate.
It starts.
One thing that happens that we see is that it evolves over time.
Correct.
Right? Small life, dinosaurs died, evolution happens.
Correct.
So there's clearly a monotonous change from chaos to less chaos. So there has to be a Leela whose purpose is to take from chaotic state to non-chaotic state.
So that's right.
And we are just part of it. We are like an apple falling from the sky.
Correct.
We think we want to grab the earth.
That's right.
We are just falling. Right?
That's right. We are a part of that whole thing. Nature is moving towards more and more from unconscious stone to conscious animals
Okay.
to more aware human beings to enlightened beings. The whole force is moving towards that. If you ask a purpose, the unconscious to conscious is the purpose.
So in that case, isn't it true that to seek enlightenment is to escape from nature? It's an escapism. You're trying to...
No. See, when you say the nature is prakriti, it's a mechanical movement.
Yeah.
Okay? All of you have been in business, right? All of you are in business, right?
Okay.
So, what we call as business is a process. Tom and Dick and Harry doesn't matter. CEO position, he has to do something. Okay? Clerk position, he has to do something, right? Individual doesn't matter. Because what is the business process designed for?
Positions.
This business product is making money.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Individual doesn't matter. Whoever comes to the position, he will have to do something and the whole thing will move. The entire nature is mechanical process. Where it gives birth to some living beings, make them grow, make them die, make them evolve. It's a process. So all of us there, whether I or me are there, just appear in the process, play our role and go. Okay? Conveyor belt. In that process, the evolution is from unconscious to conscious to enlightenment. So we are in that flow. Now, enlightenment, when you speak of enlightenment, up to the nature, up to human being level, it's a mechanical process. Okay? Animals don't have any conscious movement towards awareness. They can't. Only human being, we have become semi-conscious. We can come out of prakriti, nature. So the enlightenment is coming out of nature. Up to that point, nature has taken you mechanically. At certain point, you will start breaking free from nature and you will realize your nature, your inner self. Till that point, nature has taken you. Understand? Enlightenment is escaping from the clutches of nature, which is mechanical life. So mechanical, all living beings are what they do. Their khana, pina, sona, eating, mating, sex, all those things you do. So continuously you are doing. You think that I am doing it. It's already happening through you. So gradually come out of that. You will break through this gravitation force, and you realize your nature. You understand all this is a play. So that point is That junction comes at the human being level. At human being level, still you can live animal life, and still you can come to higher level of evolution. That point opens up, but that requires a maturity. That maturity will also happen by this mechanical force only. This is Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, human beings are like machines. Yantra rudani. So yantra rudani means earlier days they had they give a key and that dolls will rotate. So people will like that, we are like that. Mechanized. But still we feel we are free. Still we feel I am doing something. But at a point will come, you understand all these stories. Then you start breaking free from that. That's called enlightenment. Breaking free from nature, prakriti. Did I answer the question?
Yes.
I think the word escape is the issue because
No, escape in a positive sense. You can always give a positive sense.
I mean, you can put biases to it, but the word itself is limiting, in my opinion, because what you're saying is it's an evolution where you have the threshold of a choice.
Yeah.
And if you train your mind and your existence to evolve towards another point, that to me, the word escape is not.
It's not escape actually. It's not escape. Your maturity.
It's evolving, it's changing.
It's evolving, changing, and maturity.
So you're not escaping from anything actually.
Yeah, it's not escaping. Like everything in nature has a certain a chicken has to come out of the egg. It'll take some time and it'll break the shell. Right? A child from mother's womb will come in 9 months. So like that, we are in the womb of nature. Okay? A child has to be born. It'll go through certain process. At certain point, it'll come out of it.
So I've got a different question for you.
No, just one second. So the point there is, so when you become aware, and let's say you have empathy and such, but you're able to exercise that without impacting yourself, which means your state is not changing. Which means whatever chaotic state it was, it stays in the same state. So as per nature, it is not evolving anymore.
As per nature, what is not evolving?
Nature probably wants us to become extinct and become the next species. We human beings, probably nature doesn't want us to stay like dinosaurs, right? It probably wants us to evolve into something different. But this one was saying that by attaining realization, you're trapping that change. It's a no more change.
No. It's not about that. See, the nature, it is like a body is required for experience. Understand? Without a body, there is no experience possible. Nature is creating more and more complex bodies.
Right.
From bacteria, amoeba, to fish, to human level. The human level body is the peak of evolution nature has produced. Okay, from human level and superhuman level body will be produced, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming that.
That it may be produced also. But human level body, nature is produced, nature has given a carrot. From the human level body, you can become free from the evolution process.
And we are all going behind that carrot.
You are going behind the carrot of evolution. So there are theories like, for example, Aurobindo and Mother, they say human beings evolved into superhuman beings. Okay? Human beings evolved into superhuman beings. That's Aurobindo and Mother. But that's not the Vedantic thought process. In the Vedantic thought process, at human level, the evolution has taken to a peak of whatever is there. From that point, a human, you can become divine. That's what we call devatas, right? So all devatas are nothing but human beings can evolve a higher character of devatas. Devatas are not celestial beings.
Right.
Those characters can evolve in you. Within you. Okay, just a human, as human, what we know today is nothing but animal. Eating, mating, sex and sleep. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maituna. Okay. So now we have intelligent way of working and all those things, but ultimately working on that. So a human being can evolve divine characteristics. That divine characteristics is what we call as devatas. Okay. So a human being next level of evolution model is devatas. More compassion, more service oriented. From devata next level comes the enlightened being. Okay, liberated being. So now this evolution is what nature is pushing us, pushing the bodies, manufacturing the bodies to get this level. So now whether this human level to devata level is possible within this evolution, this framework. Whether human beings themselves become superhuman beings, we don't know. Okay, but within this framework, human being, animal, human, devata, then liberated being, mukta. So that's how it happened, right? So the mukta means yes, his schooling is over. His education is over. He has become free from the education system. He has already got all the experiences. He has understood maturity. He has become free. So mukta or liberation means he has attained a level of maturity where he doesn't have to go through schooling system.
So our question for you now is, assuming the